I'll tell his light skin to go make a club appearance or something. To make some money, you 30 years old and pay your own fucking car.
Well, with family, I mean, I was always raised, like, no matter what, blood is thicker than water. There's no other options.
We ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life.
How does that even make sense? 100 victims?
We're diving into one of the most shocking revelations yet, a leaked, unedited prison phone call between Diddy and Jay Z. With Diddy now behind bars, facing charges that have rocked the entertainment world, this explosive conversation reveals raw tension, hidden truths, and alliances pushed to the edge. Once a mogul at the top, Diddy's empire now teeters as he grapples with allegations that could end it all. What did he confess to Jay Z when he thought no one else was listening? And what could this mean for hip-hop's most powerful figures? Stick around, this is the call that changes everything. The music industry, a tapestry woven with threads of rivalry, collaboration, and occasional backstabbing, has always been defined by its power players. At the center of this intricate web are Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay Z Carter, two men who, despite their differences, have long shared a complicated and interdependent relationship. From their beginnings as competitors in the rap game to their evolution as business moguls, their connection has been pivotal, not just to their own careers, but to the broader music landscape. However, as the scandal surrounding Diddy escalates, the scrutiny now falls upon Jay Z, raising questions about his potential complicity and the silence that envelopes his response to the unfolding drama. Diddy and Jay Z's paths first crossed in the 1990s, when both men were carving out their empires in hip-hop. Diddy, with his Bad Boy records, revolutionized the music industry with artists like the Notorious B.I.G., while Jay Z emerged from Brooklyn's Marcy Projects to establish Rockefeller Records, launching a series of chart-topping albums and transforming the genre. Initially, their relationship was marked by mutual respect, with Jay Z once calling Diddy a brilliant entrepreneur. However, competition soon emerged, particularly after Jay Z's 2002 track Blueprint 2, where he threw shade at Diddy's perceived overindulgence and corporate style. This rivalry, while friendly on the surface, hinted at underlying tensions that would simmer for years. Their shared history includes numerous collaborations and business ventures. They have both been associated with high-profile parties and events, where the lines between celebration and excess are often blurred. Diddy's lavish gatherings became notorious for their star-studded guest lists, drawing in celebrities, athletes, and moguls alike. It is here that the intersection of their lives became especially significant. They were often seen side by side, celebrating their successes in an industry fueled by both admiration and envy. Diddy's parties, infamous for their excess and allure, were a cornerstone of his influence in Hollywood. However, with recent allegations swirling around Diddy's alleged misconduct, many are left wondering, how much did Jay Z know about the darker elements of these gatherings? Was he merely a guest, or did he participate in a culture that often celebrated recklessness? The luxurious nature of these events often masked the potentially sinister undercurrents rumored to exist behind closed doors. With Diddy facing serious legal challenges, speculation arises regarding Jay Z's silence. Historically, he has chosen his words carefully, often responding to controversies with calculated restraint. This could be seen as a strategic move, preserving his reputation while allowing the dust to settle around Diddy. The question is whether this silence is a sign of complicity or simply a cautious maneuver to distance himself from the fallout. In the wake of the escalating scandal, Jay Z's public silence on Diddy's issues is conspicuous. While some may interpret his lack of commentary as an attempt to sidestep the controversy, others wonder if he is calculating his next move. Is he preparing for a potential fallout should the situation turn dire for Diddy? With both men intertwined in various business ventures, including their joint ownership of the De Leon tequila brand and involvement in fashion, any scandals surrounding Diddy could inadvertently splash onto Jay Z's brand. Jay Z's history of being strategic in crisis management is well documented. He has a reputation for having contingency plans in place, ensuring that he can pivot and adapt as situations arise. The silence, therefore, might not be ignorance, but a premeditated decision to preserve his brand's integrity and keep his options open as the legal troubles unfold. Most interestingly, A new audio of Jay's call to Diddy in prison was released, and it sheds new light on the unfolding drama. What exactly does it say that has people talking? Hang on to find out. As the Diddy saga unfolds, one cannot ignore the possibility that Jay Z has contingency plans in place. His prior experience navigating the music industry's turbulent waters has armed him with the knowledge of how quickly alliances can shift. Should Diddy's legal issues escalate and implicate others, including prominent figures in the industry, Jay Z's strategy may involve distancing himself from Diddy and publicly reinforcing his own integrity. The fear of guilt by association is palpable, and Jay Z has much to lose if the scandal continues to grow. His business ventures, reputation, and investments could all be at stake. In addition, his growing involvement in social justice and community initiatives could be jeopardized if he is perceived as being connected to an alleged predator. The need to separate himself from any potential fallout may become increasingly urgent, leading to a public show of disapproval, or even a statement distancing himself from Diddy. The Diddy-Jay Z connection remains a precarious one, marked by shared history, mutual respect, and underlying tension. As Diddy's legal troubles threaten to unravel everything he has built, the world watches closely to see how Jay Z will navigate this complicated landscape. Will he stand by his longtime friend, or will he choose to safeguard his own empire at the cost of their relationship? As the story unfolds, one thing is certain: the ramifications of Diddy's actions will extend far beyond his own downfall, potentially reshaping the dynamics of power within the music industry and the relationships that lie at its core. The coming days will be critical in determining the future of not only Diddy and Jay Z, but the entire narrative of the hip-hop elite. A shadow over Diddy's legacy and Hollywood's elites.
Blood is thicker than water. There's no other options. So we definitely go through our things as sisters. There's no other options. Like, we will work it out. Like, we are family. We are sisters. We will figure it out.
As we dig deeper, a dark tapestry begins to unravel, revealing layers to Diddy's story that go far beyond music and fame. For years, Diddy was the man who defined a generation, throwing the most exclusive live parties, producing some of the greatest hits in hip-hop, and commanding a level of influence that few could rival. Behind his larger-than-life persona, however, new allegations have surfaced, suggesting a side of him that was hidden in the shadows, shielded by the glamour of Hollywood. In the beginning, Diddy was simply an ambitious music executive, pushing boundaries, breaking records, and rubbing elbows with celebrities who sought the magnetic pull of his influence. But by 2008, Diddy wasn't just a record executive. He'd morphed into a figure who allegedly indulged in parties that became the talk of the town. Events surrounded by whispers of excess and secrets. These parties, many say, weren't just gatherings, but exclusive circles where high-profile figures connected away from the public eye, a world where loyalty was rewarded and betrayals were silenced. This world is where Kim Kardashian, then on the cusp of fame, found her place in Diddy's orbit. Her entry into Hollywood's elite was symbolized by her appearance at Diddy's iconic white party in 2006, a gathering of industry giants where glitz masked the darker currents beneath. By 2010, Kim's bond with Diddy had strengthened, extending beyond red carpet encounters to genuine friendship. At Andre Harrell's 50th birthday, the Kardashians weren't just guests, they were family, mingling with the upper echelons of Hollywood as their connections with Diddy deepened. But now, the question isn't just about their friendship. It's about how much the Kardashians truly knew about Diddy's rumored double life. Could they have sensed the alleged darkness that loomed beneath his glamorous lifestyle? As the indictments against Diddy mount, his reputation crumbles, casting shadows not only over his own legacy, but over those who stood by him. Hollywood's elite, once drawn to his magnetic pull, are now left to wonder if they, too, are tangled in the web of secrets that could unravel everything. With rumors swirling, attention has also turned toward Kris Jenner's longtime partner, Corey Gamble. Corey, often seen at Diddy's events, has shared public tributes to both Diddy and his late ex, Kim Porter, a reminder of just how deeply the Kardashians were intertwined with Diddy's life. While Corey has denied any involvement or knowledge of the alleged illegal activities, his long-standing friendship with Diddy raises even more questions about who knew what behind the scenes. The enormity of Diddy's alleged actions has sent shockwaves across Hollywood. Sources claim that his offenses range from personal betrayals to physical assaults and even more harrowing crimes, creating a trail of devastation that has spanned decades. But now, with new evidence surfacing, Diddy's past is catching up to him. What was once whispered gossip among the industry's inner circle has transformed into an open investigation, one that could lead to the downfall of an empire carefully crafted over the years. As more details emerge, we're left with a haunting question. How far-reaching is this scandal? Could others in Diddy's circle, like Kim and Corey, find themselves entangled in the fallout of this investigation, even if unwittingly? The stakes couldn't be higher. With Diddy's arrest and the indictment sealed, Hollywood is bracing itself, waiting for the next shocking revelation as one of its most powerful figures faces a reckoning no one ever anticipated. And as Diddy sits in his cell, with his empire hanging in the balance, we're left to wonder just how much of his empire was built on secrets, and if those secrets will now bring everything crashing down. Unmasking the dark connections, the Diddy and Michael Jackson link. As the legal walls close in around Diddy, new revelations have rocked the foundation of the scandal. Rumors of a connection between Diddy's alleged actions and the tragedy that befell Michael Jackson. Yes, you heard that right. The king of pop himself might be entangled in this dark web, with new links surfacing that suggest an unthinkable association between Jackson's demise and the shadowed world surrounding Diddy. Diddy's story has taken us to places we never imagined, from industry-shaking allegations to elite gatherings that hid far more than glitter and glam. For years, Diddy reigned as a king in hip-hop, his empire built on influence and notoriety. He commanded respect, his parties becoming infamous gatherings of Hollywood's brightest stars. Yet, as investigations deepen, disturbing connections are emerging, stretching even into Michael Jackson's world. This link isn't just another tabloid headline. It could implicate other powerful figures, pushing the scandal from mere gossip into dangerous territory. When Michael Jackson faced the onslaught of accusations in his final years, he was already a target, struggling to preserve his legacy under the weight of multiple lawsuits and controversies. It's no secret that Jackson and Diddy moved in similar circles. They were power players of their time, each with his kingdom, influence, and an endless list of high-profile acquaintances. But whispers suggest that their paths may have crossed in darker, more hidden ways. Allegations now imply that Diddy's notorious events, a world Jackson reportedly knew, were places where boundaries blurred, and the rules of fame and privilege offered no protection. This connection has set off alarm bells across Hollywood. Insiders reveal unsettling details. Many in Jackson's camp are wary of Diddy's intentions, concerned that if this connection gains traction, it could tarnish Jackson's already complex legacy. Diddy's scandal has spiraled into dangerous territory, with sources close to the investigation admitting they are hesitant to speak further, fearing the consequences of what they might expose. At the center of this chaos stands the Kardashian family, once proud members of Diddy's inner circle. Their rise in Hollywood was intertwined with Diddy's world, attending his parties, mingling with his guests, and even defending him in past controversies. But now, as Diddy's legal situation unravels, sources close to the Kardashians claim they are in full-blown panic mode. The mere possibility of testifying, or being linked to the allegations, is enough to send shockwaves through the Kardashian empire, threatening the carefully crafted image of America's most famous reality family. And then there's Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's confidant, often seen at Diddy's side and a familiar face at Diddy's gatherings. Gamble's close ties to Diddy have fueled speculation about how deeply the Kardashian family was aware of Diddy's activities. While Gamble has publicly denied any knowledge of the alleged misconduct, insiders speculate that his proximity to Diddy's world may have given him a glimpse into the events that are now at the center of a federal investigation. Kim Kardashian, in particular, has tried to distance herself from this scandal. She has repeatedly asserted that her association with Diddy was purely social, rooted in industry networking rather than shared secrets. Yet as public scrutiny intensifies, her involvement in Diddy's world is becoming harder to ignore. With every new revelation, the Kardashian name becomes further enmeshed in this scandal, threatening Kim's reputation and her recent efforts to rebrand as a champion for criminal justice reform. The irony of this rebranding, juxtaposed against her connection to Diddy's allegations, has not gone unnoticed by the public. As Diddy's world implodes, another unnerving question emerges. What lengths will he go to protect himself? There are whispers that Diddy may soon resort to naming names, dragging other celebrities into this quagmire to reduce his sentence. Imagine the devastation if he exposes the secrets of other high-profile figures who attended his events, or worse, names those who allegedly partook in the darker side of these gatherings. The fallout could be catastrophic, unraveling years of carefully maintained reputations and alliances. In a stunning twist, those close to the investigation warn that Diddy's association with Michael Jackson isn't merely a coincidence, but a thread in a larger, hidden tapestry. Was Jackson aware of what went on at these gatherings? Did his struggles in the industry connect him, however inadvertently, to Diddy's world? The possibilities are terrifying, especially for fans of Jackson who have worked to protect his legacy since his untimely passing. Could it be that the very people Jackson trusted were entangled with Diddy, sharing secrets that, if exposed, could forever alter our understanding of Hollywood's power players? With each passing day, this case grows darker, more complex, and infinitely more dangerous. And while some in Hollywood may be eager to see Diddy brought to justice, others are undoubtedly scrambling, knowing that his downfall could unleash secrets long buried. Secrets that implicate far more than just one man. In a final twist, sources close to Diddy hint that he's preparing for the worst, possibly ready to strike deals that would save himself at the expense of everyone else. Hollywood's elite is on edge, knowing that the man who once invited them to his exclusive gatherings now holds the power to destroy their careers and reputations with a single revelation. And so, as Diddy faces what may be his final reckoning, one thing is clear: no one in his orbit is safe. The ties that once bonded the music mogul to Hollywood's most influential are now the very chains threatening to pull them all down with him. Unseen connections. Kim Kardashian's ties to Diddy's darkest secrets revealed. An unfiltered, unedited prison phone call between Diddy and Jay Z has surfaced, bringing shocking revelations that could shake the foundations of Hollywood's elite.
Listen, do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. I'm doing. These things sweet now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail. No. Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
This isn't just about wild parties and celebrity sightings. Diddy's incarceration marks the downfall of one of music's most influential figures, now facing allegations far darker than anyone could have imagined. Among the swirling accusations are claims that Diddy has been linked to some of the most high-profile names in the industry, with whispers of a victim as young as 9 years old involved in a case that's being called only the first phase of a larger, disturbing investigation. Yet the connections don't stop there. Surprisingly, Kim Kardashian's name has surfaced in Diddy's legal battle, with rumors suggesting he might be using her high-profile image to reduce his own bail. For years, Kim and Diddy's social lives have intertwined, with sightings of them at exclusive events, red carpet affairs, and the famed Hollywood parties that marked Diddy's rise to fame. Their connection dates back to 2006, when Kim, then a relatively unknown stylist, attended one of Diddy's legendary white parties, a VIP gathering where Hollywood's biggest stars mingled under the flashlights. This invite-only event served as Kim's debut into the industry's elite circles, an entrance that would define her future in Hollywood. Over the years, Kim's appearances at Diddy's parties became more frequent, evolving from chance encounters to a close social relationship that brought her further into the orbit of fame. Fast forward to 2008, and Kim was a regular fixture in Diddy's world. She appeared at the grand opening of the MGM Grand at Foxwoods Resort, blending seamlessly into Diddy's circle. It was clear by this point that her presence wasn't just for the cameras. Her friendship with Diddy had moved beyond mere acquaintanceship, hinting at a deeper connection. By 2010, this friendship extended to the Kardashian family, when Kim, along with her sister Kourtney, joined Diddy at Andre Harrell's 50th birthday celebration. They were no longer just occasional guests. The Kardashians had become part of Diddy's exclusive circle, positioning themselves as fixtures in Hollywood's most secretive inner world. In the following years, Diddy's friendship with Kim evolved, taking on new significance as she attended high-profile events alongside him, including Clive Davis's iconic Grammy Gala, a must-attend for Hollywood's elite. At a 2012 New York Knicks game, Diddy was seen warmly greeting Kim and her then-boyfriend Kanye West, a moment that solidified their connection. The Kardashian family, led by matriarch Kris Jenner, embraced Diddy's world, drawn into the allure and power of his influence. But now, with these accusations emerging, this once glamorous connection takes on a much darker tone. Could Kim's long-standing friendship with Diddy have unwittingly placed her, and possibly the entire Kardashian family, in the crossfire of this scandal? As the investigation unfolds, their social connections are being scrutinized, with fans and media speculating on how much Kim may have known about Diddy's alleged activities. In the wake of these revelations, we're left questioning, was their friendship purely social, or was there something deeper at play? And as the scandal escalates, will the Kardashians distance themselves from the man once considered a close friend, or stand by him as his empire threatens to crumble? How does Kim Kardashian fit into the Jay Z and Diddy narrative? Hang on as we take a closer look at everything that transpired and the likely fallout of Diddy's incarceration. As Sean Diddy Combs faces legal troubles, the fallout from his scandalous past continues to reverberate through Hollywood. His long-standing feud with rapper Maze, amongst many others of his signees, reveals a bitter and complicated history. Their conflict has escalated over accusations of financial impropriety, with Diddy claiming that Maze owes him a staggering $3 million. This debt stems from various business dealings and contractual disputes that have fueled tension between the two artists. Maze, however, has countered these claims, alleging that Diddy exploited him financially throughout their working relationship. This back and forth has led to public feuds and social media tirades, illustrating the deep-seated animosity that has developed over the years. Maze's grievances extend beyond money. He has often criticized Diddy for what he perceives as manipulation and a lack of support during his career, labeling him as a toxic figure in the industry. Adding to Diddy's mounting controversies is a lawsuit filed by producer Lil Rod, who has accused Diddy of abuse. In his allegations, Lil Rod cited an incident involving actor Cuba Gooding Jr., accusing him of harassment and molestation. This case not only highlights the troubling dynamics within Diddy's circle, but also raises questions about the culture of silence and complicity that often permeates the entertainment industry. The intertwining of various accusations and legal troubles creates a web of intrigue that further complicates Diddy's already tarnished reputation. Former Donity Kane member Dawn Richard has also entered the fray, filing a sexual harassment lawsuit against Diddy. She detailed disturbing incidents she allegedly witnessed, including one involving his ex-girlfriend Cassie. A leaked video surfaced showing Diddy physically assaulting Cassie in a hotel, and Dawn claimed that she had witnessed similar acts of violence firsthand. According to Dawn, whenever she attempted to intervene during these incidents, she was met with threats from Diddy, creating an atmosphere of fear and intimidation within the bad boy camp. Such accounts contribute to the portrayal of Diddy as a volatile figure who instills fear in those around him, fostering an environment where abuse goes unchecked. The allegations against Diddy extend even further, with whispers surrounding his treatment of Usher, who reportedly ended up in the hospital after an encounter with Diddy. Sources have suggested that Diddy was granted 48-hour guardianship over Justin Bieber during a tumultuous time in Bieber's life, prompting speculation about Diddy's potential exploitation of the young star. These allegations raise serious concerns about Diddy's influence and the lengths he might go to maintain control over those he associates with, further deepening the narrative of manipulation that has come to define his career. Diddy's tumultuous relationship with Jennifer Lopez, Jade Lowe, is another chapter in his complex history. Their romance was overshadowed by the infamous club shooting incident in 1999, which ultimately led to the arrest of Diddy's label signee Shine. While Diddy walked away from the legal troubles relatively unscathed, Shine has consistently maintained his innocence, asserting that he did not pull the trigger. In a startling turn of events, a victim of the shooting later came forward, claiming that it was Diddy, not Shine, who fired the gun during the altercation. This revelation complicates the narrative surrounding the incident, adding yet another layer to Diddy's controversial legacy. As more stories and allegations surface, it becomes clear that Diddy's web of intrigue, manipulation, and deceit extends far beyond personal feuds. The pervasive silence in Hollywood suggests that many in the industry are aware of Diddy's darker side, as well as the potential for secrets to be exposed if they choose to speak out. The fear of retaliation or exposure is palpable, creating an atmosphere where the powerful protect one another, even when they know their silence could enable wrongdoing.